Hi everyone, hope you're well. UFC 286 Usman versus Edwards 3. In the first fight, Usman won the fight pretty comfortably with his wrestling. Let's be honest, Edwards' wrestling was not very, it wasn't very good in the first fight. It was very much a stand-up fighter. Now, in their second fight, he improved significantly, but there were still moments where Usman dominated, where Usman was in control on the ground, as you would expect him to be, because he's a stronger wrestler, obviously. But on the feet, I think Usman played it. I believe Usman fell in love with his hands and with his striking so much that there were times, not only in the last Usman fight, but in his last couple of fights previous, where he could have went for the takedown and really dominated the fight, but he just wanted to stand up and trade. And if I'm being honest, I don't think Usman's an elite striker. Obviously, he's a very good striker, and he's got power. Obviously, he has. I would be an idiot to say otherwise. And obviously he beat Masvidal, so his striking cannot be terrible. But I just think in that final round of the second fight, I think he just left himself open, and then obviously Edwards was able to land that lovely head kick, and going into that fifth and final round, I had Usman up. I think I have not watched the fight back in a while, but I believe, but from what I can remember, I think Usman was up a good three rounds to 1 or something like that. So he was pretty comfortable in the fight. Because I remember in the Edwards corner, going into that final round, his corner had to really get him motivated and get him up for it. Because he looked, going into that final round, he looked defeated. Because I can remember thinking, oh no, it's not looking good for Edwards. And then he pulled out that lovely head kick. Now, I could be wrong on this. So if I am, let me know. But I believe Usman's just come off hand surgery, hasn't he? So obviously that will affect the fight when it comes to his striking, and let's be honest, when it comes to his wrestling as well, to an extent. Obviously it will affect the striking more than it will affect the wrestling, but I believe this will be a more rounded Leon Edwards, and I think Usman could come in there like a beast and just get his belt back. That is possible, but I just believe now is Leon Edwards' time, and obviously he's in his home country, so with that playing to it, with the crowd be behind him like they are for other fighters from the UK, like the Paddy Pimblets and Molly McCanns of the world. Because let's be honest, when it comes to personality, Leon Edwards is not like them, is he? He's more reserved, and he's more. I hate when people say this, but from a personality perspective, Leon Edwards is quite boring, isn't he? In comparison to Molly McCann and Paddy Pimblett he's quite an average person, and to some people, they might consider him a boring fighter. So I don't. It's very much possible that the crowd might not all be behind him like they are for the UK fighters, but I hope they are, because I believe he's a talented fighter, and I believe he deserves all the home grounds, all the home country support. But I'm just interested to see whether he gets it, and if he does get it, how will that affect him in the cage? Is he going to come in all hyped up? Is he going to have an energy jump? Knowing what we know about Leon Edwards, I would hardly doubt that, but you never know. And obviously you have Usman. I don't think the crowd will affect Usman. So it should be interesting. I do think Usman is obviously gonna have the natural advantage in the wrestling and the grappling. That is natural. But I think on the feet, I think the fight benefits Edwards on the feet. Obviously, as I said earlier, I don't think Usman's bad on the feet, but I do think he leaves himself open on the feet to get hit and to get knocked out, as we saw in the last fight. So, but if I was Usman, you know what I'll literally do? I would just try and think out the joint. But as a fan, obviously I want to see a back and forth fight. But from Usman's perspective, that's what I would try and do. But as a fan, we don't want to see that. But you know what I mean. So my actual prediction is Edwards. I'm not. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna say round, but I don't want to be boring. So I'm just gonna say the third round, Edwards. Now I'm probably gonna be wrong on both of them predictions. Because normally, whoever I pick, they normally lose. So if you're an Usman fan, I would start getting excited, because when I pick a fighter, I normally lose. But who knows? But if Usman does win, I'm not going to be annoyed, because I like both fighters. But I just think every great champion has their cycle, and I'm not saying Usman will never be, and I'm not saying Usman will never get the belt again, because of course it's possible he'll get the belt, but I just think in this rematch here, I just don't see it happening. So let me know what you think, and I will speak to you later. Have a good day, and thank you for the support.